Hi everybody, how are you? I'm Allen from Reece Realty. I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time. I might introduce myself and who I am. Who's Allen Reece? I grew up in Sydney, moved out of Sydney when I was probably around 21, 22, came to Newcastle. When I came to Newcastle, the reason I left Sydney was nothing new. I couldn't buy a property in Sydney, about 70, 80,000 to buy a property back in 1980, and in Newcastle you could buy a property for 35, 40,000, which is half the price. Nothing's changed. Buy a property for $1 million in Sydney, you'll get the same property for 500, 550 in Newcastle. That's how I ended up here. Now I'm butcher by trade. I did my trade in Sydney, worked at Stockton, worked in Maitland, worked in Newcastle, and then I had an opportunity to open a business in Nelson Bay, Salamander Bay, which I took, and I was up there for about 18 years, running my business up there. Got out of the industry in 1999 and then thought, what will I do? And I always had an interest in property, so I went back to school, started doing my real estate course, did mortgage finance, which I ran a small business for about 2 years doing mortgage finance. Had an opportunity to enter real estate in 2002. In Maitland first. I was only there for about a year, doing a few rural properties, a few federation properties, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Being a butcher by trade, obviously rural properties were an interest to me. Then I came to Newcastle, worked at Jesmond for Dowlings and ventured in the Newcastle suburbs, in various suburbs, Lambton, North Lambton, Waratah, and built a career, a client base in that area, which I found worked really well for me. In 2008, I had an opportunity to open up a business in Jesmond, which I took up. Unbeknownst to me, in 2008, in the November, we had the GFC. So I had myself, an office, and the GFC to deal with. I had some good staff. I had Catherine start with me. Now, she started from the very start, still with me. I was my office manager, so I'm very proud of that. Yeah. We've gone from me, Catherine, and now 15 staff, and 12 years down the track. So Reece Realty has sort of set a ground for what we do, selling properties, listing properties, rental. We do some student accommodation specialty areas, and we still do a few rural and federation heritage style properties also, because I have a passion in that area. But that's a little bit about who Allen Reece is and the start of Reece Realty. So I'll give you another update on a different area, but that's basically give you an outline who I am. Thank you for listening.